this is CK at CK Education, and today I want to answer a question that I've gotten a lot in past years. Now, where I am here in Maryland and neighboring states like Virginia, DC, even like New York and others, there are a lot of very, very competitive high schools. Okay, there are some counties like Fairfax County, Montgomery County, Howard County, and others that are really, really competitive, and these schools are very competitive. Some schools like in Virginia are just, they're ranked nationally, like TJ, Thomas Jefferson, often ranked number one high school in America. Like they're just very, very competitive, right? And then you got plenty of private schools that are very, very competitive. So I get this question about, well, I want to, parents, well, let me just say it like this. A lot of these competitive high schools, where the high schools are very competitive, you tend to see a lot of parents congregate, a lot of parents move into those areas, right? And so the housing prices in those areas usually don't go down; they keep going up. Their demand is very high. Everybody wants to move there. Everybody wants to send their kids to good, live in a good school district so they can go to a quote good high school, so they can go to a quote good college, and on and on and on it goes. Okay. Now I am not against going to certain schools or anything like that. I just understand that it's more hype than people think. Okay, going to a quote good high school or a good college is not all that important in your life success or your career success. Okay, so but be it as it may, is going to a more competitive high school better? I get asked this a lot, and then I say, well, what do you mean better? Well, will it increase my kids' chances of going to a good college? And again, I might ask, well, what do you mean good college? But of course, I know what they mean. They mean a higher ranked college. Okay, does it increase my kids' chances of getting into a higher ranked college if they go to a more competitive high school? Well, it depends. Okay, just going to a competitive high school doesn't increase the chances. I mean, look, let's say you're going to a very competitive high school, and your kid or you the student, let's say you're doing okay. Out of a class of 300, you're like 100, number 100 rank, something around there. Well, it's neither this nor that. That's not going to really help you. Just by going to that named school doesn't help you. What helps you is how you perform relative to the rest of your graduating class. Okay, so if in your class you're like top 5, you're like top 3, that's going to help you. Now you say, well, what if I'm number 55 in a much more competitive high school, and then some guy over here, he's like number 1 at a less competitive high school? Well, the truth of the matter is, it doesn't really matter about that as much as what your ranking is. So if you are number 1 at a less competitive high school, that's actually better than being number 55 in a more competitive high school. Now you might say, my high school doesn't rank. Okay, I understand some high schools don't rank, but I'm just saying, if you were ranked, it'd be better to be the top at a less competitive than to be middle in a more competitive high school. Okay, because you are judged based on how you did relative to your classmates in your school, not someone else's school. Okay, so it's not what people think. Now, if you go to a really competitive school and you are one of the top students there, then yeah, I think that would increase your chances. And only because you probably had more opportunities for more, say like AP classes or IB classes. You had more opportunities for, other programs and other things that would reflect better on your applications. But either way, you have to do very, very well in the school you go to, whatever school you go to. So I don't think that if your kid is not really, really academically gifted and you just want to send them to this very competitive school, I've seen that backfire many times. It's too competitive and it's not good for the kid. The kid gets intimidated, kid gets discouraged, doesn't do well, and does worse than he would have done or she would have done going to a less competitive school. But there's the other side of that. Going to a less competitive school, maybe the kids aren't as motivated. Maybe the crowd is different. I don't know. The demographics might be different, and maybe some parents say, "Yeah, but if I send my kid over there, they may not do as well because the competition's not there. They're not as high performing as the kids over here. Yeah, I don't know. It could be. It could be. There's no way to know unless you sent your kid to both schools, and and you're not going to test it like that. So all I can say is you got to go to the school in which you can do the best in. I think that's the most important thing. And kids will do the best. Students do the best when they feel secure, when they feel safe, when they feel happy. And so regardless of what school, if you're miserable in that school, you're probably not going to do your best, right? So it's more important that you find that fine balance and you do that more than the name of the school. So I hope that answers the question. I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching the video, and until my next one, I hope you stay well.